Every American in this country should be infuriated right now, because I've heard this argument for a couple months now, because I got so beat up, like, not literally, but in my comment section on Safe Chat, everywhere, of your DeSantis lovers coming after me. We can't handle all these immigrants. Okay, but all this time it was on the books that they could call an invasion, and then it gives the governors the right to actually use force. Use this here. I'll read it direct from the senator that it's again Article 4, Section 4. As Senator Marshall notes in his resolution, the violent activity and smuggling of drugs, humans, guns, and other illicit goods carried out by the drug cartels and transnational criminal organizations, and the crossing of the international border between legal ports of entry by significant numbers of individuals, contrary to the laws of the United States, meets the definition of actually invaded. Therefore, the 50 state governors, as commanders-in-chief of their respective states, have the constitutional authority to repeal such an invasion through force. Deportations may be carried out by state police, the National Guard, or any other force the state government may assemble. Any other force the state government may assemble. After all, the Constitution gives governors the power to, quote, keep troops when invaded. Governor Abbott has already deployed the Texas National Guard to the border as part of Operation Lone Star, but they are limited to an observe and report role. And while ferrying illegal aliens to Martha's Vineyard, Washington, Chicago, and other sanctuary jurisdictions proves point about liberal hypocrisy and relieves some burden on border communities, it doesn't address the root problem the way deportations would. Absolutely. The benefits of such bold action are immediate and enduring. To be sure, declaring an invasion and using state resources for deportations shouldn't abrogate federal responsibility to do the same. State officials pondering such a move must continue to hold this administration's feet to the fire in calling for increased ICE removal operations. State and municipalities should continue to make use of the 287G program, which allows for state and local collaboration with ICE wherever possible. And again, I'm going to read this paragraph that I read in one of my other. Ultimately, if the administration doesn't like states wielding their constitutional authority in this manner, they have an exit ramp. Step up to the plate and do the job they are required to do at the federal level. Article 4, Section 4 makes it clear, quote, the United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion. Until such time as they do so, states must take matters into their own hands. So, all you people that love DeSantis and you're all about wanting to know the truth, do you really? Or were you just, like former Trump haters? But no, I don't know. Because DeSantis isn't who you think he is. He's not. He's compromised. But every governor in this country is. The people at your state capitol in Florida, why did they bother passing this thing today, giving DeSantis the okay in the past to traffic people into the rest of the United States? Why didn't any of them at the state capitol, any of the politicians at the state capitol in Florida, why didn't they say, no, DeSantis, we don't need to pass this for you. All you got to do is recall an invasion, and then you have the power to deport them, and then you don't have to burden any state, including your own, with this. Can anybody answer that? No. Because he wanted to do it, because he's compromised, he's controlled, he's from Skull and Bones, okay? It's a syndicate organization, Skull and Bones. He went to Yale and Harvard. Keep saying those are the two to be. That's where most of the leadership comes from. The fact of the matter is, both on the left and the right, no matter what they say, they're going to grandstand. They're going to do all this stuff. But at the end of the day, They're either compromised, being blackmailed, or they're globalists themselves, and they're doing things to either just stall everything, like we're getting to something, but they never do. They've done this shit to us for years. Like even I post some of these committee hearings where, certain senators and all that are going off, or certain representatives, but they never get anything done. They don't. The whole federal government, and even at your state, it's all been weaponized. It has. It's that big. The people controlling the border, like with giving them money and have the control over the border, is the United Nations, by the way. Yes, they have a bunch of shell companies, yes, that are helping to give them our tax-paying money because of Obama handing over much of our sovereignty to the United Nations. Yeah, they're the reason they get those illegal immigrants get those cards and get money and all that. It's because of the United Nations. The United Nations is, in fact, trying to destabilize our country for one reason, so that it forces us to become a weakened country, become weak in our healthcare system, become weak in our education system, weak government, we already have, and to destroy America, tear it down, because they want their Agenda 2030. It's very simple. You can't have your globalization plan without America being on board. So of course the UN would be helping to destroy our country. And what do our governors do? What does DeSantis do? He doesn't deport them like he should to show that he really stands for America. No, he traffics them into the United States. And what does our media do? Our media, Glenn Beck, Michael Knowles, Dave Rubin, even Maher now is on with DeSantis, right? And all your mainstream media, oh, they praise DeSantis. Oh, look, he's doing this, he's doing that. Yeah, he's trafficking people that are already being trafficked, many of them, into our country, destabilizing our country. He's helping the UN. That should piss every American off. So if you still want to support DeSantis knowing that he has the power to deport them, then I'd say you're more than just maybe a liberal communist. You're a globalist.